For cheap and bulletproof hosting, head over to Crident.com. Link in the description down below.
Hey guys, welcome to another Crident Network tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about renaming DarkRP as opposed to installing it. If you want to know any information about installing DarkRP or ULX, feel free to check out our last video, that covers that stuff. Today we're going to be talking solely about renaming DarkRP to things like Star Wars RP. So to get started, what you want to do is you want to head over to wherever you manage your server. So if you're on Crident Networks, control.crident.com. Once you're there, go to Game Services, and if your server isn't already stopped, you should stop it. Now, I'm assuming you've already installed DarkRP, in which case you want to open the File Manager, go into the Garry's Mod folder, and then the Game Modes folder. Once you're inside there, you'll see the DarkRP folder. Now this is what we want to start renaming. So how Garry's Mod works is there's two things to the game modes. So you have the game mode display name, and that will be what you actually see when you're in the Garry's Mod category browser. And then there's another string which they use for actually defining which game mode it is. So you could quite possibly put your server in the Star Wars RP section, but you could actually have a different display name for your game mode. Because of this, it gets a little bit confusing. Because you can put capitals and spaces in some places, whereas other places you need to use strictly the same string. So I'm going to use Star Wars RP as an example here. Whenever I enter Star Wars RP in completely lowercase, you need to do the same. No spaces, no capitals, with whatever string or words you're using. If I ever use it like this, you can normally add spaces, capitals, and other letters, and you're completely fine. And this will be what people see. This will be the display game mode. So when you're actually in the game mode browser, this is what people will see. Typically, what will happen with game modes that have multiple servers in is it will use the majority. So if the majority of servers have that as the display name, it will use that. With Star Wars RP, unfortunately, most servers just enter this as their display name, meaning that it just shows in the game mode category as all lowercase, and it doesn't look very nice. But what we'll do is first you want to start off by renaming DarkRP. So simply rename that to whichever category you want your game mode to go in. So for Star Wars RP, it's literally just Star Wars RP. Click OK, and then go into your server, into your game mode, sorry. The first folder file which you want to edit will be darkrp.txt. So first you want to rename that, because it will try and load a file with the same folder name that it's in, called .txt at the end. So, as our folder name is Star Wars RP, we have to name this Star Wars RP.txt. So now what you want to do is you want to open this up, and you want to change the title. You can change the version, and you can also change the author. I'd recommend that you leave the author in, as Farco did author most of the game mode, so it's only fair. Here where it says DarkRP, don't edit that. And here it says base sandbox, don't touch that either. So now just click save, and you're almost done. Next, go into the game modes folder, and there'll be two files, cl_init and init.lua. So what you want to do is you want to first start by editing this one, where it says name there, just change that to star. This once again is just the display name, so it's not that important. And the same with init.lua. Once you've done that, you should be able to just go to your service and go to the command line manager. Here is where you also set it to start to DarkRP. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to the game mode, make sure this checkbox is ticked, select Star Wars RP, and then click save. Now this command line should be ready to play. So if you go to the server and click start, then the server should start up, and we should see it switch to sandbox. Star Wars RP, sorry. So as you can see here, it's switched to Star Wars RP. That's ULX now booting, and the server's up. So, if I open the server up in something like HLSW, here you can see that it's reporting as Star Wars RP. So, now your server will be showing in the Star Wars RP section. Of course, if you want to do this with other sections, you just have to simply change which words are used. Other than that, have a nice day. Don't forget, check out Crident Networks if you're looking for a good host. Starting at £3.90 a month, we provide some of the best DDoS protection and performance. Use code GMOD for 20% off your first order.